Hey guys, I'm Ozia and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be making some Obsidian, the RotaryCraft wave. So we're going to be making with the Obsidian, oh what the hell was it called? It is a there it is. Yeah, Obsidian Factory. So we're going to do a couple of things. So we're going to be building a Bevel, a 4x gear, and the reason why I'm making an Obsidian Factory now is because one, I need to get into the Nether, and well, I've got to do the Obsidian Factory at some point, and I can run with the power systems I do have. Okay, what else? I do believe that you sort of double your output with the Obsidian Factory too. So one bucket of lava will get you 2 obsidian blocks. So there's that bonus. Okay, so what was I going to do first? I was going to make the bevel, yes. So if you don't know what the bevels are, they're essentially a power redirection system. So you can make them, their base panels, steel gear, 2 shafts and an ingot. And what they do is they essentially, you input in one direction and you can input in any of the other directions that aren't the input direction. Yeah, I said direction 3 times. And so, what else I was going to do? Oh yes, let's make the Obsidian Factory itself. It actually requires a mixer, which is pretty simple. It's just an impeller 4 rounds, so it's sort of like the recipe for the impeller. So just chuck that in the center, get our Obsidian Factory. The Obsidian Factory, if we see, it requires 32k kilowatts. 32 kilowatts, yeah. I always get confused sometimes reading that stuff and thinking there's 32,000 watts, but no, you just need 32,000 watts, and you need a minimum speed of 2,048 rads. Sorry, and the engines we've got output at 512, so we're going to essentially times 4 gearbox ratio that up to, which isn't that hard. We're going to just do it with gear, the wood ones, so let's just go ahead and make the wooden gears like such. I think I'm going to need some more lubricant pipes too, so I'm getting a little bit more wood. And that should be enough, yep. Okay. Glass in the center. Gear pipes, we've got the liquid pipes, which we're going to be needing for pumping lava and water into the Obsidian Factory. We're also going to make a reservoir. Actually, we should make 2 reservoirs, yes. No, we don't really need 2 reservoirs, do we? Just need 1. Okay, so reservoir is essentially like a liquid holding storage. So we're going to use it to just hold the lava. Okay, so have I got everything required? I think I do. So let's get stuck into it. First of all, let's go place the gearbox. Okay, so what you want to do is with this gearbox, definitely change it over to speed mode, because like I said, this one outputs at 128 Newton meters. If you leave it in the 4x convert the torque mode, you essentially times the 128 by 4, so you can imagine that's like 512 512 Newton meters. And if you look up say the shafts, which is a good it's a good way of determining whether or not how much power a gearbox can handle. You can see that a wood shaft can handle 3,500 rads, where the max torque is 278, which is less than the 512 which we would get if we converted the engine up by 4. So if we didn't switch it over, it would automatically change the engine into 512 Newton meters of torque, hence blowing itself up. So be careful about that, or just go to make a stone one. It should handle it as well. Okay, so, and before we get everything started, should make sure we're getting lubrication into it first. We'll do that by making a horrific pipe system as well. Goes into the center. And have we got lubricant in the bottom? Yes, we do. Okay. Next thing we need to do is use the bevel. The Obsidian factories take their power in from below. So, as you can see, it gives you like a little colorful sides. Essentially what we want to do is then right click on it, you get a GUI. This is different from the 164 versions that I've used. The good thing about it is that you've now got these letters that symbolize the north, south, east, west, and up and down. And the output side was going to be up because we can put the bevel at the top. And what's the input at? Its input is on west, so let's see, is it east? No, east would be on the other side. It's probably going to be south, I think. Nope, totally wrong, north. There we go. It's that easy to input in through the north and output through the up. Okay, let's see. Let's go and jump here, put the bevel gear here. You've also noticed that I've actually put cobblestone flooring down here. That's because if we go look at these liquid pipes over here, you can see Whaler's telling us that the temperature just at the top is 22 degrees Celsius, right? These pipes do carry a temperature, and if you just happen to have lava in them, the temperature is going to be hot. And hot things, especially in RotaryCraft, can catch fire. Well, not catch fire, they can make other things catch fire. So we've got that. The liquid inputs for the machine, I think generally either side. So wait on, let's go. Do we want to make? Maybe I do want to make another reservoir. Quickly make another reservoir. The other alternate would be running the water system all the way across. Okay, so we need a couple of base plates. 7, yep. Okay, what happened there? Oh, just texture issues. Wrong one. This one. Okay, reservoir. In there. Okay, so now we've got that, we can go and finish this stuff. So put the other liquid pipe on this side. We'll jump up on top of the machine to put our reservoirs down. Reservoirs, to input liquids in, you essentially run the pipe in from the top or from the sides. To get liquids out, they automatically pull out from the bottom. So similar to this, how this is done. If we look in the GUI, it's got a power, a speed, a torque, and you've got these two tanks, one for water, one for lava, and a output infantry. Okay, so let's get this engine started. I need some fuel, don't I? Yes. Hopefully I've got some fuel already made up. Yeah, I've got the sludge. Let's cook a little bit of that up first. We won't need the engine to run for very long anyway, so just get a couple pieces out. Do I not have secret pieces around here? No, I don't. I always seem to forget something. I guess if I didn't forget something, it wouldn't be an OCR episode, would it? Okay, 2. Let's go for 3. Oh, actually, while that's cooking, a correction. I think when I was doing the engine control episode, I said that you couldn't have it redstone controlled, or you can have it redstone controlled and have the speed set. Yes, you can. What you do need to do is make sure by shift clicking the engine, you've got it set to manually controlled, and then once it's manually controlled, you just need to set the speed you want it to go at. As you can see, the engine start up now, and then if you want it to essentially stop, apply a redstone signal. If we look at the engine, you notice that the counter's not going down anymore. It is still at the 50% speed bonus. So basically, see, now it's stopped. And actually, if we can just, we flick it, it'll start again. We look at the angular transducer. It's at 256 rads, hence at 50%. So yes, it can be both. I would just say that since the angular transducer doesn't give information on its status, and the screwdriver sort of let's put the redstone on there, gives you a 0% speed readout when you've got the redstone signal. So it's a little bit confusing, but yes, you can have them both. And have I got that set properly? Yes, I have. Okay, so now the end of corrections. That should be enough ethanol. Yep. Okay, hopefully I've been correct in my gearbox selection, and hopefully it won't explode. Let's just chuck all it in there. Okay, so the gearbox hasn't exploded, which is good. It is going at 2000 rads. It's got enough power. It's got enough torque. So let's start by putting some water into this first. Water. Okay. So I think which side did it say the? I don't think it's specific about which side water or lava goes into. We'll find out. I just did that, didn't I? Okay, didn't expect that. Do I need to put it in from the top? Okay. Hang on, can I not put water in this thing? I shall be right back once I figure it out. Okay guys, I'm back, and I haven't quite figured it out. Something odd is going on. If I jump up here and right click on this side, water, no. Am I selecting? So there I'm not selecting the reservoir, there I am. Okay, looks like there's some kind of box issue going on here. Okay, so now we're going to put lava in here, and hopefully I get that right, or else I'm going to set myself on fire. Okay, so I'm going to use Whaler to make sure I'm pointing at the box. Okay, so it appears that if I look at the inside area there, it doesn't think I'm actually pointing at the reservoir. But if I look there, it does. So good, I'm not dead. That's good. If we look in the, so we've got the obsidian, water, got the obsidian, and as you notice, I only put in 2 buckets of lava, and as actually it's got more than so 3 bits of lava out of 1 bucket of lava. So let's just put a little bit more in there, and be careful not to set yourself on fire. Let's do the rest. I'm going to report that. Okay. Right, get it close. Good thing I've got Whaler installed, or else I would not have solved this. Okay. I should also point out that that the obsidian factory can melt down if you have essentially lava sitting in it when there's no water in it to actually make the lava. So if you've got lava in there and no water, it does get hotter, and to the point where it will break. And it's probably going to be a bad thing if it does break, you know what I mean? So let's make sure, stuff up. Okay. How much water in there? Water. There we go, 9 buckets of lava. 9 obsidian? Is that lava? How many buckets of lava did I put in there? More than 3. Okay, so why did it make only 9? Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't actually put 9 buckets of lava in there, so it made more buckets of I mean, it made more obsidian than what I would normally make, so yay. So I guess that's the obsidian factory, and the bevels, and the reservoirs. And I think in the next episode, I shall be popping into the Nether, and using Netherrack to get gunpowder. So I'll let you try and figure out how I'm going to do that. And then until next time, guys.
Ready, aim, fire.